आपने पुष्पा की बात की, विच इज अगेन विद अल्लू अर्जुन, एंड उसके बाद खिलाड़ी विद रवि तेजा, पवन कल्याण नेक्स्ट, मतलब जबरदस्त लाइनअप है आपका। तो सबसे ज्यादा चैलेंजिंग कौन सा था? कुछ अगर यूएसपीज इन फिल्मों के बारे में बताएं तो।
I never treated anything like a challenge, first of all, because that way I won't be able to work.
हम्म।
I'm like whatever you see, that is what I am. So I just take it easy because, see, finally, what gets people out of all the stress in life is music. And then my
राइट।
job itself is music. Then imagine why would I take the stress? So I'm always happy, laughing, smiling, and doing my work. And maybe because of my guru's blessings, my parents' blessing, God's blessing, whatever, I'm blessed with this quality of when you listen to a subject, as and when the director is narrating, at least one or two songs, they just come in a flow. Then my directors also trust me so much, maybe because of the bonding or the work, body of work that I've done, whatever it is. Then they just narrate a subject and then they say, okay, do whatever you want to do now. And they just leave. Then I just sit and work on the concepts, lyrics, that, this, and most of my songs I write. So it's more like a fun ride for me when working on a film. So for me, everything is more or less the same.
बट
So it's about I should be able to do my best possible work for that assigned job. So I have to satisfy them. I have to satisfy my own self, and people have to love it. So that's the thing.
बट कुछ खास स्पेशल होने वाला है इस बार पवन कल्याण की फिल्म में, या रवि तेजा के साथ, या पुष्पा में?
Yeah, everything is special on its own. That's what I'm trying to say. Everything is special on its own because once see, everything has its own charm, right? So Ravi Teja sir we've worked earlier, and whatever movie we have worked had always been a blockbuster. Okay, like that Pawan Kalyan sir and I had worked on a lot of films.
गब्बर,
Everything has every song in every movie, like Gabbar Singh, Attar Inti Ki Daredi, and everything. Whatever we worked has been Jalsa. Everything has been thing. And now we are doing the same combination of Gabbar Singh again. Harish Shankar sir is directing, Pawan Kalyan sir, and with the same combination, I'm doing music. So that also has got huge expectations. We've already done a couple of songs and we're working on the rest. So yeah, I think I hope people would love all this.
फिंगर्स क्रॉस
Yes.
फॉर दैट ऑल्सो। अवार्ड्स की बात करें, आपने काफी अवार्ड जीते वर्षम के लिए, बोमरवेलु, माय वन ऑफ माय फेवरेट फिल्म, आई जस्ट लव दैट मूवी, गब्बर सिंह एंड मेनी मोर। मतलब लेकिन कितना कंपटीशन टफ है वहां पे आप, क्योंकि हर फिल्म में गाने सुपर हिट होते हैं।
Yeah, again, the same thing goes for this also competition. I never looked at it as competition. See, the thing is, you actually, it's as a question, it is nice to ask, but then from this point, I'm thinking I'm not getting an answer for this because in the run of working, in the progress, in the process of working for a film or something, we actually won't realize what we have done and what is happening. We just listen to a situation and work, then sit on the list. The whole process is what is actually beautiful. Then we will be done, then the mixing, then the release date, then the deadlines, then the pressure, then the tensions, and all this would actually go into the working progress, the process of completing the job. Then once we are done, we see the movie and we're like, wow, even before releasing, we have to be happy about it. And if we are really happy about it before releasing it to the people, actually our job ends there. Once it gets to the audiences and all that, so whatever that happens after that is only a bonus. And it's never a competition or a net. It's never, see, because there were films which we loved before releasing it to the people, which really bombed also. We're still proud of them. And there were films which we loved before releasing to the audience, then released and they became blockbusters also. We are still proud of them. So it's not about what happens after that. That doesn't actually mean that it's good or bad. So likewise awards and likewise rewards, everything like that. So it's about if you are really true to yourself, that's what gives you happiness. And after the whatever happens is bonus.
हिंदी में बहुत सारे म्यूजिक डायरेक्टर्स आए। इलैयाराजा सर हैड स्टार्टेड, यहाँ पे उन्होंने भी किया, MM क्रीम एंड एवरीथिंग। बट रहमान सर ने जो एक नाम बनाया था, काफी लोगों ने बैलेंस किया है, साउथ में भी, दूसरे हिंदी में भी, बट उनके बाद कुछ उतना हुआ नहीं, बिकॉज वो दोनों साइड बैलेंस करना बहुत टफ रह गया था। तो क्यों ये सिर्फ जानना चाहूंगा कि क्यों इतना टफ है। यू आर ऑल्सो डूइंग मल्टीपल लैंग्वेज, आपने कन्नड़ में, तेलुगु, तमिल सब में आपने किया है, तो जब हिंदी के लिए बात आती है तो क्यों वो बैलेंस थोड़ा सा गड़बड़ हो जाता है?
I don't know the perfect answer for this. It's not like that. But then the story of Rahman sir is totally different.
Yeah.
He is someone who took the whole world by storm. So I think he's the only one who had done that. So yeah, the rest of the times, yeah, like you said, there are people, there are music directors who are given hits here and there as well. But then to be in a continuous flow, it's altogether a different story. I really don't know the answer, but then it has to be hugely accepted, and moreover the time that we give also. So like after Dinka Chika, then I came back here. Then I was tied up with all my Tamil and Telugu projects, and I was just working on that, and I really, never try to squeeze in time with the though we did a few songs in between like Daddy Mummy Ghar
Yeah,
Pe, and then those were also blockbusters for those particular years in Hindi. But then now we are trying to actually put in some more time, but okay, that's only a part of the answer. But then the rest of the thing is the kind of a wave that Rahman sir created and the kind of films that earlier he started. And one more thing also, at that time every
hmm,
movie was a single music director, like how
G,
it still happened in
South.
down south.
Yeah,
But now
agree.
what has happened is for all now this generation of music, what's happening is even if you want to really put in time and efforts also, where are the films that are being assigned to the same music director? See, now
Correct.
you're talking about Arya, Bommarillu, Varsham, and whatever now, Kiladi or Gabbar Singh that we have done. You're talking about all this because it is by one single music director.
The soul is
So what
there.
soul is there? No, I can plan the whole thing. But you tell me the story. I know that okay, this song is it, this song is it, this song.
True.
In Bommarillu, because you said you love that film, I'll tell you one instance. When the director narrated me the story, I just told him like a graph. Okay, there's a scene where they both hit their heads. No, then the girl says horns will grow if you don't hit
Yeah,
a
yeah.
second time. So she has that belief. So I said, okay, first time they're hitting, the second time they're hitting, third time they're hitting. First time when they hit, they start the music. Second time they start, third time the music starts, but
Yeah.
attached to the music, the song should come. This is what I said even before
Wow.
I composed. Then they said, wow, I like this idea. So it was just a graph. It
It
was just a
connects.
graph of idea. So then I sat and composed like Panini Sasa, Panini Sasa, Panini Sasa, God is Anipa. Gama Panini, Gama Panini, Sani Dabama, Gari Gama Gari, Sari Gari, Sani Sa, so first two times it just stops with Sani Sa. It stops. The third time, Sani Sa, Apudo, Ipudo, Ipudo, Karaganane, Chili. It starts like that.
Yeah.
And that became a huge blockbuster. In fact, that song became such a big hit when one song in Hindi came. See, why I'm telling this is
Mm-hmm.
only, only because I did the music for the entire film, I could plan this. But if the
True.
director had said, okay, I have a third song where it's a romantic song, give me a song, means I can't plan this.
G.
Okay, then the same version, I made a sad version when they are getting separate. Then this becomes a part of the background score. So that's why we earn the respect also, because on wholesome, wow, the music director did a good job, great job. To get that, we need the platform. So this song became such a huge hit. Later, when one Hindi song came, Kabhi Kabhi Aditi na 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 na
G.
na 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 apudo ipudo ipudo galagan. Everyone called, hey, you know what? There's a song that sounds like your song. Yeah? Then I checked, and that was by Rahman sir. Wow. Then in one of the interviews, they asked Rahman sir, that sounds similar to this. He said, no, because I love that song so much, so I got really inspired from that character and that song, and it's so great of him to say that. So that's
Yeah.
what people said, and as what did he really say that? Oh my god! And being such a humble person he is. So yeah, so composing music for a whole film actually really makes a lot of difference.
तो हम चाहेंगे कि आप हिंदी में गाने करें. ये मेरा क्वेश्चन पूछने के पीछे मकसद वही था कि
Yes,
आप यहाँ पे
yes,
करें. एंड
yes, definitely.
बहुत सारे और भी क्वेश्चंस हैं आपके फैंस ने, तो मतलब इतनी लंबी लिस्ट ही है, लेकिन आई एम श्योर टाइम का ये है. तो कन्नड़ के लिए उन्होंने एक पूछा कि व्हाई ओनली वन फिल्म, दे वांट टू सी यू कोलैबोरेटिंग विद यश के लिए. तो क्या हम KGF 3 में आपका म्यूजिक एंड यश की एक्शन?
I think they have their own amazing team. Yeah. Because, okay, since you spoke about Yash, I should tell you one small thing about once. Before they did KGF and all that, we were, I think, in Dubai or somewhere. I was standing near the elevator, and one person comes up to me and said, "Hi, sir. I love your music. I'm a great fan of music." I said, "Yes, sir. Before I release, my name is Yash." He said, "I said, of course, sir, because." It was very much in the beginning, a few years back. So I hadn't watched. I said, I haven't watched it, but I know your name because a lot of my musicians are Kannadigas. They used to tell me this guy Yash is rocking and all. I said, of course, sir, but he was so simple. He came up to me, introduced. I said, sir, that is really so sweet of you. I said, and cut to then this KGF happens after a couple of years or 2-3 years or something. then all of a sudden it becomes like fire. So, man, he's the same guy, man. I couldn't even recognize him because become like tough beard. And so wow. So that was done. Then again we were abroad somewhere for some awards function. So then why I'm talking about it is how the sweetness of people. Then we again bump into each other in the party, in the after party after the awards. There was someone talking to me, then someone waiting here to talk to me. Then when I turn here, someone grabs me by the hand and says, "Hi sir, how are you?" And it was Yash. After the massive success of KGF, I said, "Well, sir, my team wants to meet you." He took me to his KGF team today. He said, "So what songs you make, sir?" That's all. I was like adoring him because this man is the same a few years back and now. I think I really wish him all the success, and I want their entire team is so sweet. The director, music director, everyone. It's nice to see such people. So that's why I'm saying, even the KGF 2, I'm just wishing them all the very best. I want it to rock entire India and in fact the entire world.
Wow. But he is same also. Even I had the same experience with him. मैं जब उसे Bangalore में मिला था, वहाँ पे इतना humble. When he came to Mumbai, more humble. So yeah, that is there with. और एक
this Kannada thing, like they asked, like a lot of films they asked me for Kannada, but that time I was only able to do this one, even after a lot of films that were approached. Then it is only a matter of time. Like Tamil and Hindi, I mean Tamil and Telugu, I'm like continuously working, right? So most of the time I occupied down here itself. So yeah, otherwise not that I don't. Even Malayalam, I got a lot of offers I couldn't take. So at least one film in Malayalam, I definitely want to do, at least to say that, at least for my own record, that I've done in all the.
किसके लिए करेंगे आप? किसके लिए? Will it be Dulkar or Chiranjeevi sir?
Yeah, of course. Everyone, Fahad Fazil sir is rocking, Dulkar is rocking, and of course Mammootty sir and Mohanlal sir, they're legendary. So even in Kannada, of course, yeah, sure. Anyone, I definitely would love to do a lot of films, do some films in Kannada and Malayalam as well. At least for my, like I've composed music even for Malayalam and Kannada and like that. So,
because
finally, music is no language.
Of course. इसीलिए हम लोग यहाँ बैठ के भी have heard your songs and love them. मैं उपेना में भी जो आपने म्यूजिक अभी रिसेंटली जो था वो भी बहुत कमाल का था. एंड बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन है, बट एक ये है कि फरहान अख्तर को आपने भारत एनु नेनु में गाना गवाया था, तो ऐसा कोलैबोरेशन क्या हम वापस और देख पाएंगे, गेटिंग हिंदी सिंगर्स सिंगिंग आउट देयर?
Yeah, of course, definitely. See, actually, more interestingly, most of the Hindi singers down south, when they sang for the first time, they were all my songs. Like Mika Singh's song. Mm-hmm. Then Angan Sami sir also, almost the beginning. The first Telugu song was mine. Lot of them. And so Farhan Akhtar sir, I really love his voice. So from Rock On times. So then, actually, I wanted to make him sing long time back in a film called Menokkadine. That was also Mahesh Babu sir's film. Mm-hmm. The song called Who Are You, that song. But that time, we didn't have the, we actually kind of met in IFA Awards or somewhere. We got introduced and I spoke about his voice and we really vibed. I think Prabhudeva Master was the one who introduced both of us that time. Okay. Yeah, he was the one who, very long back. So then we really chatted. Then he seemed to be a very cool, very simple guy. So then we spoke about music. Then he said, "Sir, I love your voice. I want you to sing in Telugu." I said, "Why not? But do you think I would be able to manage the language?" It was so humble of him. I said, "Sir, most of the singers who have sung for me, they don't know the language. So I'll take care of it. Don't worry." So I said, "Okay, but then the time didn't let us, really try out that song. So finally, when we were doing this Bharataranayanu, there was a song. And again, I thought, okay, it would really be good if Farhan sings this song. And that's how we approached. And he was like, "Okay, let's try." But he was like, "I'll try. But if you honestly don't like it, then don't keep it. It's no problem," he said. I said, "That itself is a great thing for you to say, but I know it's going to rock." And it really rocked. It did.
Thank you so much. God bless you, and please stay safe. And thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much, sir. Everyone stay safe. Please wear masks and maintain all the precautions. Let's save India and let's all get out of this situation. Get back to our happy faces once again. Love you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Take care.